Advocate Sri P.M.Subramaniam to felicitate Honorable Chief Justice M. Sundar.
Mr. P.S. Amalraj, the president of today's function, Honorable Mr. Justice M. Sundar, Chief Justice of Manipur High Court, respected P.S. Raman, Advocate General of the State, respected Sundaresan, the Additional Solicitor General of the State, respected speakers decorating the dais today, respected and honorable judges who have come today, reverend seniors, members of the bar. A good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening to one and all. Speakers before me spoke about the legal acumen, the versatility, the wide spectrum knowledge, the unyielding integrity, and other traits of the honorable judge. And I'm sure the speakers after me are also going to speak the same length. My endeavor is not to touch any of those aspects which is known to everybody, and I'm going to speak on a personal level at a personal note. Justice M. Sundar was in the third year of the 5-year course in the Madras Law College when I was in the first year in the 3-year course of the Madras Law College. Both of us were selected for the debating team. Fortunately, we were selected for the next consecutive 2 years, and thereby 3 complete years we debated together. Quality time was spent. Both of us were together for 3 full years. I had more than a number of occasions to interact with him. We studied together from Victor Hugo to Saki, from Shakespeare to everything that we could get. We studied. We did not study law, but these aspects, this study was required to ensure we do some good job in the debating forum. And our friendship blossomed in those 3 years, which continued after our enrollment, and we continue to be friends for the past 40 years, 4 decades. I took a leave from him after his elevation and consciously stayed away from him for reasons more than one. I do not want to touch upon his acumen, his integrity, his wisdom, his knowledge, any of these aspects, but I would like to tell you only one thing which I always found in him as something very admirable. The respect he gave for friendship, the value he gave for friendship, and how he treated friends. In the mid-1990s, I will just say a couple of incidents. In the mid-1990s, my mother suffered a stroke, and that's a paraplegia, losing her senses beneath her abdomen. And I was blessed with the pleasure and providence to nurse her and take care of her for those 4 years preceding her death. Very unfortunately, during that period, my profession took a dip and was on the downside. The lawyer in me would not allow this to be spelled out to anybody. It will be belittling the gown that I wear, so I did not do so. But on his own accord and volition, he gained knowledge of this fact, and he came to me with a wonderful brief, the Poultry Farmers Federation brief, which is a large brief where vaccination and veterinary science inputs were required. A very senior scientist sat with me, and we had discussion. I ultimately prepared the papers. We filed the matter. Substantial fees was given at that point of time. I went back to Justice Sundar, as he then was a lawyer, and said, your part of the fees must be taken by you. It's your reference, your client. He refused to. And then he said, I remember those words, you need the money more than me. I did not make a fuss about the whole thing, and I came away. A couple of months thereafter, a Central Essex brief of a big stainless steel manufacturing company, believe me, I do not know anything about Central Excise law then, was entrusted to me again by him, and the same thing happened. He did not take a single penny or pie from that fees that was given to me, and I appropriated it. He felt that at that relevant point of time, that money was more important to me than him, and that was the value he attached to friendship. One last incident in this series was a contempt petition of a particular big-time departmental stores in Chennai then who had disobeyed the order of the court and faced a contempt. I placed my submissions before the learned judge, a tough judge, and a very senior judge at the point of time, and said it was disobedience, it is disobedience, but then it is not willful. But the learned judge, after elaborate hearing, did not agree with me, resulting which the matter stood adjourned. Yet again this time I met Sundar and said, this is what has happened, you should help me out. Had it been any other lawyer, he would have said, halfway through you have argued, I will not continue it, but he did not say a single word. He accepted the brief. The whole night we researched various government orders, notifications, circulars. I was not technology friendly, but he would then tap and get all those details from his laptop, and then the next day the presentation was done. I honestly feel that was one of the best presentations that I have seen of him. And he meticulously planned his submissions in such manner, he slowly drifted away from what is called a serious contempt to bail out the situation and the contempt. Ultimately, with multiple affidavits of undertakings, the contempt could come out from the clutches of contempt, and he stayed there for 6 months. Now this time, the client came with fees, and I said, I'm not prepared to accept it. I've already accepted the fees that you've given me. You please me, Justice Sundar, the lawyer then. And I asked him, what is the fee component that you have bought with yourself? He said, this is the amount. It was much more than what I thought he would bring. He went to Justice Sundar. Yet again, he refused to accept that fees for which he had argued, for which I had already collected my fees as a counsel under court. And he said, you go meet Mr. P.M.Subramaniam, hand over the fees, I'll collect it from him. He refused to collect it from me, saying that, no, you need it more than me. Those words still ring on my ears. And time thereafter, my position improved, and then I could comfortably come to the extent where I can take care of my needs and my extended needs. My profession stabilized, and his watchful eyes was continuing to see me. My only point is that he was a honest, great, wonderful, valuable friend who really attached tremendous importance to friendship and would go to any extent to help a friend. A person like me had many friends from college days, but he had a very few friends. And to those friends, he valued it then, and he still continues to value. Mahatma Gandhi once said, the true test of friendship is assistance in adversity. I have received assistance in my adversity. I'm so happy my dear friend is today the Chief Justice of the Manipur High Court. I'm so proud of him, having traveled with him such a long distance, and I know how wonderful a person he is. And I would honestly tell the generation next to lawyers, I'm sorry I have never offered unsolicited advice, and I will never do so in future as well. But take it as a suggestion. Try to build up good friendship. You're all far more intelligent, far more learned, far more wonderful, and you also use technology to your advantage. But I see there's no friendship that you people are developing. I'm sorry, please don't take it as an advice, it is a suggestion. All that you need in friendship is only 2 words. One is trust, another is love. If you trust and love, these 2 things, if it's deployed, and a wonderful friendship will blossom, and that friendship will stand by with you and with your shoulders to shoulder in adversity and in difficulties. Please try to cultivate good friendship. Today, I'm so happy, and I'm sure that all the speakers who are going to speak after me, including my learned Advocate General, is going to cover substantially all the judgments that he has delivered. I guess so. He has, in varied subjects, with wide spectrum of knowledge, he will, now he says no. This is just to indicate that he has dispensed with, handled briefs in almost all branches of law. Now in this bidding time, I only wanted to take it on an emotional note because he's been very close to me, his family has been very close to me. I take it on a very personal level at my bidding time to seek from the heavenly abode the blessings of his father, Mr. Murthy, his mother, Navanidam, both of whom were close to me. My father, Mr. P.M.Sundar, of the late S. Mohan Kumaramangalam establishment, who practiced law for 50 years, and my mother, and one of the best well-wishers of Sundar as well, and my mother, Mrs. Tangam, all the 4 of them from the heavenly abode shall shower the choicest of blessings to him. And from my personal emotive heart, may I wish you for much more glory, much more achievement, much more greatness, and much more growth. Thank you for this opportunity. And I personally thank Mr. Nirmal Kumar and the Chairman of the Bar Council for providing me with this opportunity to address you. Thank you very much.